The Happy Forest. Renan and Burek were best friends. They lived in a small village on the edge of a forest. They loved to play in the forest, and they knew all the animals that lived there. One day they were playing in the forest when they saw a group of boys from the village. The boys were throwing rocks at the animals. Renan and Burek were angry. They knew that it was wrong to hurt the animals. They ran over to the boys and told them to stop. The boys laughed at them. They said that the animals were just animals, and that it didn't matter if they got hurt. Renan and Burek were determined to stop the boys. They told the boys that the animals were their friends, and that they would not let them hurt them. The boys were surprised by Renan and Burek's courage. They didn't think that two little kids would stand up to them. The boys finally agreed to stop throwing rocks at the animals. They apologized to Renan and Burek, and they promised to never hurt the animals again. They were happy that they had been able to stop the boys. They knew that the animals would be safe now. Renan and Burek continued to play in the forest. They learned to respect the animals and their habitat. They learned that all living things are important, and that we should all do our part to protect nature. One day, Renan and Burek were walking through the forest when they came across a group of animals that were arguing. The animals were arguing about who owned the forest. Each animal claimed that the forest belonged to them, and that the other animals had to leave. Renan and Burek knew that the animals couldn't solve their problem on their own. They decided to help the animals come to an agreement. Renan and Burek talked to the animals and listened to their concerns. They helped the animals to understand each other's points of view. Finally, the animals were able to come to an agreement. They decided to share the forest and to live in peace with each other. Renan and Burek were happy that they had been able to help the animals. They knew that the forest was a better place now that the animals were living in harmony. Renan and Burek continued to visit the forest. They learned a lot about the animals and their habitat. They also learned the importance of respect and cooperation. Renan and Burek grew up to be kind and compassionate adults. They always remembered the lessons they learned in the happy forest. They lived their lives in a way that respected nature and its creatures. Thank you.